Watch this video, then we'll talk.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna see.
Yeah, they should be terminated. I want to know if they're going to be terminated. If they're not going to be terminated, then we need to go to the next step.
Yeah,
I'm about to ask her right now. I don't know where she went, but I'm going to find out who it was. Who's calling you a nigga?
Who?
Manager?
No, him right there? Cooking food?
The white boy calling people niggas?
He don't hear nobody, he don't hear us having this
So
conversation.
he shouldn't still be working.
and I'm gonna have a talk with him.
Look, you need to have that talk or I'll have that talk. So figure it out quickly.
I'm gonna have a talk. I just have customers in my job.
Deal with it. I'm going to wait around because I'll have the talk. Because I want him to call me that.
Yes.
And I'm gonna deal with him right now, okay?
Yeah, okay.
After I'm done with the go.
Take care of your business.
Do you guys want to drink?
No, I don't want nothing. I want you to take care of your business. Right.
I got a lot of thoughts about this video. First of all, I love it. Second of all, protecting Black women benefits the entire community. Benefits the entire community. What do I mean? Because where racists might be less open to going up to a Black man and sharing their thoughts or insulting them to their face because they either respect the fact that he's a man or they're intimidated by the fact that he is a Black man and all of the stereotypes that go along with that, they are very open to sharing their thoughts, feelings, insults, and hate crimes when it comes to Black women. Now, if we believed Black women and then we protected Black women, then we would be able to nip all of this in the bud, because where that man would not have said what he said to a Black man, he still would have possibly had this job, been insulting other people, still like making their food. I'm not saying that he spits in their food or anything like that, but I also know a racist will do what a racist will do. I'm not saying any of that happened, but I feel like you're understanding what I'm saying. And the fact that she was protected so visibly, so publicly, now means that the community is protected, because now that institution knows that this kind of behavior not just will not be allowed, but the community will come in, stand 10 toes down and say this behavior is not allowed. And we are not afraid to show a more intimidating side of how immediately we will protect ours. And so they have to act better. And then when they do act better, especially if this is a more predominantly Black community, and then that guy gets kicked out, and we are going to say, pray, and assume that he actually lost his job. I watched some of the follow-up videos. It does say that he was fired on the spot. I do recommend that she goes back. Or let me be more specific, that one of the men go back to make sure that he was actually fired, and they're not just like, hey, just give it like a week and then come back. We're going to hope, pray, and assume, because all of this was posted very recently. But if this is in a predominantly Black community, and then the Black community feels safe, not only then does the Black community have a place to eat more where they feel comfortable, but then also that business does better because they're a safe space, and the community will know that that is a safe space. You see how this benefits everybody if we just listen and protect Black women? I also have some more thoughts. Before those thoughts, hi, my name is Shayna. On this platform, I'm a journalist, and on this platform, I talk a lot about decentering men and child-free living through an intersectional lens. So if any of that sounds like a vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you are interested in moving abroad, I have a team, and we're working on building a platform that makes that information more accessible, regardless of if you are child-free, single, if you have kids, if you're a single parent, if you're moving with your family, if you're moving with your parents, if you're whatever, right? We're working on that. Updates for that will be in the description. If you want to support me or follow me on other platforms, ways to do that are in the description. I think that's all of those updates. Yes, okay, now let's dive in. There are a couple of unspoken things that are at work within this video. One is the decentering of men by other men, and two is the decentering of whiteness by non-white people. Let's dive in to these two things. We're gonna start with the decentering of men. Now, the main guy that was up there talking to the guy, being like, hey, my niece was called a racial slur by one of your employees. That's her uncle. And the other, I don't really know who the other people were. I'm assuming maybe like cousins, maybe a couple friends, maybe a couple community members, right? And because of the we've heard the phrase, it's a boys' club. We've heard that a lot of men don't believe women. And what it takes for a man to actually believe women and then do something about it, especially when she's been wronged, is the ability to say, I hear you, I believe you. And I am pushing the patriarchy aside in order to get something done that will make you feel seen and protected. So to go toe to toe with a man, with another man, in order to protect a woman from another man, you have to not care about being liked by those men. You have to not care about being accepted into the boys club. You have to not care about how they see you in order to fully be present and stand up for the women, or for, in this case, the woman that has been wronged. You have to decenter men in order to protect the woman fully, without trying to be like, oh, well, you know, maybe he didn't mean it. Maybe he didn't say it like that. Maybe it was, And this is a perfect example of the intersection of that hydra that I keep talking about, which is white supremacy, patriarchy, and capitalism. We're talking about two heads, the patriarchy and the white supremacy. So in decentering men within this kind of context, boop, one head down. Now the capitalism bit, once again, we're not really gonna be talking about that. But when it comes to the white supremacy bit, because we have a black man with a black community of mostly men talking to a non-black person of color about a white man that has caused harm. For actual change to happen, not just within like people of color, but not just within like people of color, but I would like to say even more specifically with men of color, there has to be a decentering of wanting to be praised or upheld by the white gaze, by white supremacy. Like we've seen, I made a video about Janae and Kenny and how he's anti-black and probably aligns himself more with the I know black Dominican or Latin community in general, which is automatically centering whiteness. And with that, he has lost his fame and has now become infamous. He has lost brand deals. He has lost friends. He's lost community, all because he centered whiteness. He centered whiteness. So for actual change and protection to happen, and mind you, there's a lot of people that try to pander to whiteness. There's a lot of people that uphold, in communities of color, that uphold white beauty standards, that want to be seen and praised by white people. There's a lot of, and we see this play out a lot of times with patriarchy, with capitalism, because whiteness is also an approximation to power. But in order to call a thing and to actually make difference, you have to decenter it. You have to take it and put it to the side. Why? Because we are here for the community. We are here for the protection and the uplifting of the community. And the community is not white. And the community that has been harmed, the community member that has been harmed, also is not male. So what do we have to do? We have to look into the face of white supremacy, and in this, oh my God, my leg. And in this case, also happened to be a white man, and say, hey, you done bad. We are implementing consequences. We don't care if you like us or not. We are here for our community member who you have wronged, and we are not leaving until right and justice is done. For me to start talking more positively about men by and large, or just more often, I need to see more of this kind of action. I need to see more of this kind of action happening intersectionally with multiple heads of the Hydra, similarly to this. And how does that happen? By generally, 9 times out of 10, if you do this one simple thing, you will be dismantling multiple heads of the Hydra, protecting Black women. Protecting us and listening to us. I know, it's really that simple, but for some reason, a lot of people don't know how to do that or don't care to do it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Love to hear yours. Please type them in the comment section, and stay safe out there.